fuck Last of Us, and fuck Twitch, those goddamn virgin simp and incel.
Oh man, fighting words but support.
Welcome everybody to episode 4, the holiday special of the N10 podcast. Today I'm just stepping up in this moment. I'll be your host, Likachu, and today I'm joined with Dag, Key, Nice Guy,
hello,
N10 Cisco, and our music man, ShyGuyStef.
Wait, this isn't the furry roleplay VC.
What? Next one down. Sorry, dude.
Hey!
There he is.
Welcome.
Well, there you go. Aiden already said it, but welcome, guys, to the N10 podcast. Holiday special time. Stef is here. Stef, do you want to say anything before we begin? Little shout out introduction type thing.
What's up? Everyone knows. Yeah, I'm Stef. I'm a washed up YouTuber, and I make music. So
actually, the music you're hearing right now is made by this.
The music, facts. The music on this.
Yeah, there you go.
Yours truly. So yeah, if you didn't know that, little fun fact for you.
Shout out to the man.
Learn something new every day.
Good
I bet one of you didn't know that.
Yeah, probably. Just let us know in the comments below. Always helpful. So,
yeah, man,
Aiden made a really big.
Are you gonna read off a comment from last episode?
Oh, yes, thank you. Actually, yeah. But actually, before I get to that, I want to let you guys know that this is also available on Spotify as well and SoundCloud. Make sure you guys go check it out. Links are in the description below. It's always fun to listen on different platforms.
Run that up.
So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, and listening on Spotify is far more convenient for you, like most podcast listeners, it is. Listen on Spotify. It's awesome. The N10 podcast on Spotify. Link to it is in the description. So click on that and listen on Spotify.
Okay, so speaking of comments here, we got one from our very own DJ Squirtle, Jerome himself, saying, Super Nintendo World looks beautiful. Can't wait for the park to be finally built. If there was a Pokemon amusement park ever in the works for the States, I would lose my shit. Imagine the concept was based off of the park from Battle Revolution, or a concept with the utilization of.
What do you mean for the States? Wait, can I cut you off right there? Shut up. Jerome, they're making that at the Universal Studios here, right? In California, where you and I live. He mean there's no U.S.
Wait, hold it.
Because he said if there, what did he say? If there was
another one in the
US
States.
No, he's talking about a Pokemon one.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought you meant.
No, he knows there's a Nintendo one there. But no, he said
But yeah, if there was Pokemon one, dude, I'd be crazy. I'd be going crazy.
That'd be nice.
He mentioned it wouldn't just be for Gen 1 mons, but also for all generations. So like an attraction called Squirtle's Splashing Sanctuary. That sounds pretty fun. Alright, let your imagination go wild with that. But we'll get to the topic of Nintendo World later. But first things first, Last of Us Part 2. Why? What the hell is wrong with you guys? Why is this?
Yeah. So what the hell happened? Last episode, we'll be fucking pissed. Well, actually, every episode since we talked about the Game Awards, we were like, we're gonna be pissed if Last of Us 2. Well, all of our worst nightmares came true, and The Last of Us 2 won not only Game of the Year, but practically every category.
What was it?
Yeah.
8, 9,
almost every category. Final Fantasy won some. So
there was
mad.
There was definitely some categories that went to some other ones, but I think Last of Us, what was it, 8 categories?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was 8 or 9.
It was not.
Wow,
that's insane, honestly.
But
Ghost of Tsushima, I think, won 2, and Final Fantasy won 2, right?
Yeah.
Doom Eternal won none. How?
And Animal Crossing, I think, just won Family Game of the Year, which obviously it deserved. But I think there's some other categories. Hades should have had a few, but no, Last of Us took all of them.
Yeah, no, but let me just say, Animal Crossing having Family Game of the Year is the only one that makes sense.
Of course.
Because, you don't sit down with your family and say, hey guys, we're gonna play some Ghost of Tsushima, who wants to go chop off some heads?
Oh, no, for sure.
And
it's a family game.
And it was, what was it? Oh, and Ghost of Tsushima won Player's Choice. So it was only counting the player's vote. And say what you will about the Game Awards, but I think I think it's 90% is journalist vote. So people in the industry, game journalists, game reviewers, and it's 10% player vote. So I just think
we have a lot of bootlickers.
Because There's so many.
Gamer, I mean, like we know we need a representation. I feel like it needs to be more equal. We need to have it needs to be like at least 50-50.
We're literally the gamers.
On the other hand, gamers gamers can be crazy, bro. The gamers can, gamers are like ride or die for their series, bro. Like
that is true. And but I am worried that was actually the same thing that happened for Last of Us, because Last of Us 2 and The Last of Us won Game of the Year whenever that came out, and it was huge, and it's been huge.
Exactly.
It's a great game.
The first Last of Us.
Did it come out last year?
It was like the first one came out like 2014 or something like that.
Long time ago, yeah. Towards the end of the PS3 life.
Also, game journalists are not reliable at all. Like there was, remember the game journalist who was playing Cuphead and gave it a poor review because he couldn't get past the first level because he was just so bad at the game, and he gave it such like an awful review, and he was just complaining about it.
Ridiculous.
I know the struggles of game reviewers, because this is just a personal thing. It has almost nothing to do with any of you, because none of you play Kingdom Hearts that much. But literally every Kingdom Hearts game to date has been rated bad by IGN, like a 5 or lower, and it fucking sucks, dude. It's not even funny. It's like they don't even play the game. You watch the reviews and you tell me how much bullshit is in that.
Well, I remember when
too much water.
The games I saw in the Game Informer for GameStop, and they rated Xenoblade Chronicles X. I believe they rated it like a 7. And then there was like some random indie title that was like your typical 2D pixelated game. There wasn't much to it, and that one got like I think like close to a 9. It was like an 8.5 to a 9. And I was like, what? How did that outrank a big ass game like Xenoblade Chronicles X?
It happens surprisingly, yeah.
So bad.
I do think there are some game reviews where I know there was like a period, I think it was more the Wii U era, and it was just that series of games where game reviewers were just so bad. Like I remember there was everyone, that's where IGN got its name for not being reliable for game reviews. But I noticed there was a few where I was like, okay, I agree with these, and these are pretty fair reviews. So I don't know. I just think IGN definitely takes the flack because it's the worst. They have such a bad streak for just doing awful reviews and saying stupid shit like the swagger of a black teenager.
Too much water.
Too much
exaggerated
water.
swagger.
That's the one. Yeah.
I got me checking out. But yeah, I mean, just concerning the nominees.
Don't mind me in this drinking wearing my Staros.
This concerning.
Ghost of Tsushima is cultural appropriation. How? Japan loved it.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
How?
Yeah, no,
yeah, but then again, the nominees that we mentioned on that episode of the podcast, there were some really cool games. We mentioned Hades, Animal Crossing, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Doom Eternal, and the fact that the majority of those votes were from these game publishers, reviewers, sorry, my bad. And the only 10% were from us. That's not necessarily a gamer's or player's choice. I mean, I know there's a separate award for that, but
some are pretty spot on. I like that the Half-Life won best. What was it? VR game.
Yeah.
That's right. I bet it definitely deserves it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
let's be honest.
because it's one of the only AAA games on fucking VR.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn. Yeah.
And again, I haven't. Yeah, exactly. Fuck Last of Us 2.
That's the moral of the story.
I always want to defend Game Awards.
I haven't played any of those games, which sucks. I haven't played any except Animal Crossing, but I just have not gotten to any of those games. So, people saying that not saying, but the Game Awards saying that Last of Us, is one of the greatest games, and they're giving out all these awards. I'm like, damn, I don't know one person in real life who has played that game and been like, yeah, this is a good game. Everyone shits on that game that I know.
No, I know, or even on
the internet. I've never met. I don't think I've actually met a person who fucks with that game.
I know so little people, and every person I've heard review it is this is. I love the first one. I hate the second one. I hear that every game.
That's a game that only got there. Exactly. Back to what he's saying. They're bootleg. That is a game that got there. Almost solely because of its popularity, not because of its gameplay, not because of the story or anything, to be solely because it's popular. If that game wasn't as popular, that shit would not be up there. And
maybe
Neil Druckmann did not seem surprised.
I can't say because I haven't played it personally, but I've just heard that doesn't it, it doesn't even come close to the first one, first of all.
And I'm not saying it's. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I don't know. That's it.
Right.
I heard it doesn't come close to the first one, and I heard that it's just not that good of a game. But I could be wrong. I've never touched fucking Last of Us 2, but maybe I'll give it a try and see. Because as we say, like you can't really trust the reviewers, so you really don't know unless you try it. And that's a big lesson I've learned, is to not knock things until you try them. The same with like anime series, same with look, this goes to me, bro, but it's like when we're talking about manga, it's like anime, it's like there can definitely be like subjective opinions, like whether it's like someone
Wait, are we going back to this right now?
Oh,
And before I lose my thought,
it's pretty much just like for anime and manga, like if someone is praising something and saying like, oh, this is the greatest thing for XYZ reasons, those reasons could not be the same for you as to why you would find that enjoyable or even like it or even be connected to it. So someone else's reasoning for why a show is good, I mean, some can be objective, yes, of course, I understand that. Like some shows are like objectively good, animated shows like animation, and they're a good series objectively, of course, but I'm talking about when people are like, oh, read this, it's really good, and it's like, okay, like some people will solely go off like ratings, like there are some things that deserve to be high rated, but some things, like I said before, people like, same with gamers, same with anime fans, same with manga fans, people are ride or die for their series, and like they will not shit on it whatsoever, whatever it is. If someone's into something, bro, they won't say anything bad about it, and they'll try to push it on you, but at the end of the day, like, take it with a grain of salt from everyone, right? Like, it's like, try it for yourself and see if you truly like it without taking anyone else's opinion on it for like an objective fact. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. It's all subjective, man.
And before this conversation, because I know it's going to, before this conversation shifts from Last of Us and the Game Awards,
I'm so sorry.
I truly, no, it's going to, and I know it, and I don't mind it at all.
Just kick me off the podcast.
But before it does, I just wanted to say, like, I think definitely there's some categories that Last of Us deserved. I just don't think it deserved as many as it did, and there's reasons that it is claimed as to be such a good game. I personally, and I think the majority of gamers agree that it doesn't deserve Game of the Year, and it didn't deserve to win all those categories. I know those actors who won deserved it, and I know that I think I've heard nothing but good things about its gameplay, just story and overall everything as a package. I don't think it deserves Game of the Year, but it definitely deserved to win some categories.
Design, it looks amazing.
It does, yeah.
If you look at the game, it's super pretty.
Of course, yeah.
At the same time.
All right. So my take on The Last of Us. I've been waiting my turn. So, oh man, I have so much to say about that game. I feel like I'm one of the first to actually shit on that game, because I was publicly on Twitter like, they're lying to you, the ads were fake, the advertisements were edited. It's literally false advertising. They false advertised the game on purpose, and they caused so much controversy. And Neil Druckmann, I hate, and I think I mentioned this before, but like, I hate this like current thing that like companies now shit on the fans or the players. No. I get it's frustrating, but I can't stand like, it started off with the Captain Marvel and Brie Larson. I know Brie Larson, my girl, but she started it with the whole like, if you don't like this movie, it's not meant for you because you're a cis white male. Like, okay, and so Neil Druckmann did the same shit. He's like, oh, this game's not meant for you guys. And it's like,
didn't he say like, if you didn't like the game, you're sexist and racist and stuff like
so
that?
People were like, all right, you know what?
Man,
I don't have to buy your game. I don't have to buy your game. So nobody bought the game.
Right?
You saw how like there were so many copies and they were being sold out that they were like dropping the price so low and like within like the first week.
They need to drop it lower at this point. I'm still not buying it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so cheap now. And people, I still won't buy it. I want that thing to be free or like $10 or something. Now, mind you, I do plan on playing it, but I don't want to pay for it. Why? Because I watched the entire walkthrough. I watched the entire thing. So like I know what the Gando game's in and outs. I will say the graphics, oh my god, so good. I will say that the story, I think the story is the main thing that lacks. But the gameplay too was pretty good. It's kind of the same as the first one, but again, it's good. I would say the game overall is actually pretty solid. As much as I hate it, I would go out my way and say I think the game's pretty solid. My bigger issue is actually less with the game and more with how it was handled. I hate how Neil Druckmann shat on the fans. I hate how he spat on Joel but not Abby. That sandpaper sex. I hate that. I hate that he. What? I hate that he put himself in the game and did that shit. And I hate that he just shit on the fans, and when people didn't buy his games, he was like, "Please, guys, give it another chance." I'm like, "No, fuck you! Like, you shat on us. Why do we give you a second chance? No way, we're just not buying it." And now, it rubs me the wrong way that they were winning award after award. And why was the staff like almost prepared? Like they knew they were getting the awards. Like, you know how the lady was like outside? Like they had it all set up. Like they knew the award was coming, and so they were just like putting a skit. They were not surprised or humbled by it about it at all. They didn't care. So like I always defend the Game Awards saying it's not rigged, and this time I'm like even when they were saying, "Oh, it's gonna be rigged, Last of Us is gonna win everything," I'm like, "There's no way this is rigged." And then after watching everything, I was like, "Damn, I really do think this is rigged." Like this is the first time I'm like, "Damn, this is rigged."
I think
like a popularity contest, bro.
Let's go past the fact that he just said something about sandpaper and sex.
No, we'll avoid that.
They spat on Joel, but not Abby, bro. Yeah, Neil Druckmann put himself in the game, and he's the one that spat on Joel. And then I think he does it with Abby, right? And then why does he put a self-insert and transgender? I don't want.
That's so weird. I don't think that's how a creator should put himself in the game. But I don't know if I want to keep going down the Last of Us 2 rabbit hole.
No. I mean, we said our piece. We said it.
Well, moving on to Last of Us 2. Here's a question for each of you. What do you think deserved Game of the Year over Last of Us?
Okay, I think we should start with Dag and we go down the line. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
I've said it before. I'm biased into Final Fantasy VII Remake because that's the game that I have personal attachment to. It helped me through a very rough time, but I'll honestly be happy with either Final Fantasy or Ghost of Tsushima. Like those two games, I feel deserved it the most.
Solid.
Nice, I like that. All right, Key.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
What was your Game of the Year?
What do you think deserved Game of the Year?
Game of the Year.
Honestly, when I was like watching this whole thing, I didn't actually go in thinking I would like any of them to be Game of the Year because I didn't really play any of them that much, especially not Animal Crossing. I mean, I played that one the most out of the ones that we had, but I just didn't think it was Game of the Year worthy. And but that's just my opinion, right? But like I started playing Final Fantasy recently, and I mean now that I've been playing it, I personally think that one would be my pick if I had to make a choice. But I mean, I only just started playing it again, so you know, I don't really have any other opinions besides that.
And you, Nate?
Well, I guess technically same as Key. I've only played like the ones out of the whole list. Only ones I've ever touched was Animal Crossing. And like those other games, like they look amazing too. I would love to play them, just by like the way that like they look, their game style, their gameplay. But and in no way is this my personal bias because I love Nintendo, obviously. But I think Animal Crossing came out at such a pivotal moment. Not just for like for gamers, just for like the entire world at least. And I even made a video on it like a long time ago. Yeah, I remember when I used to make content. But like the fact that like I feel like it's just a way for people to have fun and connect. I'm looking at it as more so as like how it impacts people, not just like for me playing it one-on-one. But I think just because of that, I feel like it definitely deserved it. And I was happy at least it won Family Game, but I mean, it's Nintendo, so. But I mean, that's at least why I hoped. That's my.
I think every year, Nintendo's gonna take the Family Game Family Game of the Year.
Family Game, yeah.
Family Game.
But and for myself, I think I felt the same about Animal Crossing, where it was like, it Game of the Year is a reflection of the year, and Animal Crossing did so much for so many people, and it broke the shell of just being for gamers. So many people who weren't gamers went out of their way and got a Switch to play Animal Crossing, because during quarantine, it was probably like a serious escape for a lot of people. Like I like within the first 2 months of quarantine, I remember picking that up and like having to go out wearing the mask for the first time to get that game, and then after that, I was in quarantine for like forever. So with that, I felt like it was just like a reflection on quarantine.
True.
But for me, when Game of the Year actually came down to it, I ended up voting for Hades because that game blew me out of the water. The replayability in that game, the voice acting, the characters, the story, the gameplay was incredible, and all of that being an indie title, to be an indie title stacked against these AAA giants was just so impressive to me. And it's a beautiful game. Although it didn't win, I was so happy it was at least nominated and it had a turn in the spotlight, because indie games are our future. If anything ever happens to these AAA titles, because, you know, who knows what those free Melee guys are gonna do? They might actually burn Nintendo down. But indie titles are beautiful, and there's a lot of work that are put into them. And Hades is another incredible indie title that's gonna go down in the Indie Hall of Fame, and I definitely think it deserved it. And the other games, I didn't really get a chance to play them, but those are mine.
All right,
C-School.
Aiden, real quick before Cisco goes, how much is Hades? Because now you actually kind of convinced me.
$25.
It's like $20. I think it's $25 or so.
Yeah, I gotta get that
I
one.
got my wallet real quick.
I might buy it. This is like the
On
last game.
Switch, right? Do you have it on Switch?
On Switch, yeah.
Yeah, it's on Switch.
Look on PC.
Hey.
Ooh.
All right, Cisco, what's your picks?
All right.
Go for it.
So I think out of all you guys, I played most of the games. So I played almost all of them. The only, actually, I'm gonna list the ones I didn't play because it'll be far shorter.
None of them.
I didn't play Final Fantasy VII. And these are like the games I didn't know anything about. Like I didn't play them. I don't know anything about them. Final Fantasy VII, Hades, Cyberpunk, but that wasn't part of it. I played like almost everything, dude. Okay, so the ones I played and I like loved, like my top were like Doom Eternal. I freaking loved. Oh my gosh, I think I'm on my second or third playthrough. I think I'm on my second playthrough actually. Animal Crossing, of course, awesome. This one gets overlooked like crazy. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team was like remade.
Oh yeah.
Completely overshadowed because I don't know what Nintendo was thinking, but they did it. They released it 2 weeks before Animal Crossing. I don't even blame myself. I didn't even play it that much, but I have it. So my game of the year is Pikmin.
I totally forgot that.
No, I'm kidding. But dude, Pokemon Sword had the DLC. Hyrule Warriors, Pikmin 3. You know, that was like my big thing. The Mario All Stars. But I'm gonna have to say, man, if you played this game, you're automatically in the know of why it's Game of the Year, and that's Ghost of Tsushima. That is one of the first games I've ever played it, finished it, platinumed it, and was like, that was a 10 out of 10. I'm like trying to criticize it, and I can't find any flaw. Like,
damn.
Fahad's on it, Matt's on it. So many people who play are like, wow, I see why this is Game of the Year. And I feel like, why is it that? Okay, I'm not gonna bring up Last of Us, but Last of Us, we talked about how it has a whole controversy, right? And I feel like that was such a dark era in gaming. Was like for 2 weeks, like that was like a dark time in gaming. Was like all this hatred with Twitter and fighting and all this controversy with this game. And then Ghost of Tsushima came out, and we have Japan loving it, praising it, saying, why didn't we make this? We have everyone playing it, be like, this is amazing. And I just feel like, damn, you know, like, man, when you play it, holy crap, it shows you. I feel like the message in that game is way deeper. It shows you the act of war and why war is so horrendous. The side effects, like the people that are affected by it. People who are starving and dying, and people who betray their own country by thieving against others. And you're this man who has to choose. Are you going to, you know, Japan's very like in their culture, right? They're very stubborn, very like set in their ways. And you're this man who's like, if I stick on this path of righteousness, of this path of being the samurai code, this country will fall. And I must start playing dirty, essentially, to get my country back. And it's just so, oh my gosh, there's so many themes and things that play out. It's such an amazing game. And then they added a free multiplayer, which is like so good. But sorry, I can go on and on and on, but I don't want to make it too long. But my game of the year is Ghost of Tsushima. I loved Animal Crossing. The points you guys make about Animal Crossing really hits home. I'm like, damn, like I used to rank it so low, and now I rank it really high. I'm like, damn, Animal Crossing was definitely top. But Ghost of Tsushima, man, I feel like takes the cake in every single way. So yeah, my pick, Ghost of Tsushima.
Nice.
Wow,
Sorry,
that was,
I got
That
passionate.
was beautiful.
Thanks, Disco. You wasted the rest of the podcast. Now we have to
It's okay. It's okay.
This man, talking about Last of Us 2 and how it's subjective. I'm kidding.
All right, go ahead, Stefan.
Wait, that was Aiden on my side. Are you pointing to Steph?
Oh,
Or-
boy, Steph is here for me.
Steph is on this. Steph is like right here for me.
I'm right here. I know it's up here. What are you talking about? Subjective. It
He's
is
not, like,
subjective.
down that way.
Kidding.
Just
Anyway,
kidding.
No, it's because like when he was explaining the whole manga and everything, I was like roaring to go to shit on Last of Us, and it just kept going. Like, Steph, please.
Alright. To bring that up because that's relevant to our real life. We really talk about that in real life. We're fucking
yeah, for
nerds,
sure.
bro.
and
Yeah, no, for real.
But yeah, anyways, my opinion
Yeah,
on this, it's so, it's so biased because I haven't played any of the games except one of them, and guess which one that is? Fucking Animal Crossing on my Nintendo Switch. But I was there for PAX, dude. I was hyped for that game. But yeah,
True.
I just after the Animal Crossing came out, I just never got around to any of the other PS4 games. I was always doing other shit. So yeah, I've been meaning to play a lot of them though. I've been meaning to play Hades. I've wanted to play
Hades,
Final Fantasy, dude. I've wanted to play Ghosts for so long, but I've just never gotten around to it. And like I just like never want to go and like have to buy these games. It's like I've been just too lazy to do it. But I like eventually I want to get around to all those games because if they're nominated for Game of the Year, I mean it's saying something about them. But like I've just heard like those are the games that I've heard good things about from my friends who I think I can trust your opinion. Except back to what I was saying about trust no one and nothing. Yourself.
Trust me.
Yeah, only trust Cisco, bro. He has good taste. Sometimes, except when he says One Piece is good. I'm joking.
Oh, hey! Whoa!
We're gonna.
Hey!
I
hold
want
on.
to talk about the one good thing that came out of the Game Awards.
Sephiroth and Smash.
Yeah.
Woo!
Round of applause for that.
Now that is hype. Have you guys played him yet? Because I played him yesterday. I played him last night.
I haven't gotten it.
I have not. No, not yet. I have to unlock him.
Oh, he's so fun.
But
I
look at
think,
you killed me earlier.
Dude.
So.
He's so good.
he's
He
really
is so OP.
I think he's gonna be definitely top tier for sure.
Bro, he
Yeah.
is ridiculous. The combos you can pull off.
Man.
Oh, it's nuts. It's crazy, and his range and
Nuts.
his speed is great. And
His moves, bro.
Cisco's very happy. Man. I mean, I said
I haven't gotten him yet. I haven't played it.
I wasn't.
Hold on.
I didn't watch the Game Awards at all. Like when they revealed him, I was at work the whole time, and so like during like one of my breaks or whatever, I just casually like look at my phone. Like I intended to log off of Twitter. I already logged off of Instagram and YouTube because I didn't want to like all right, no spoilers, no nothing. And then I forgot Twitter. And so I'm casually like, scrolling through my messages. I see a notification pop down and it said, the one-winged angel joins Smash. I was like, huh? So I watched the reveal trailer like in like the break room and I'm freaking out. Like my coworkers are looking over me like, what the hell is this guy doing? I was like, oh, Sephiroth. But that's just how hype I was. I just saw it
Cleaning
at
your
work.
pants at work.
popped
Off.
Your workers are like, yeah, coworkers are going crazy. Like, is he okay?
But no, honestly, I remember Lincoln said it beforehand too, but like I don't think anyone was expecting Sephiroth. We were so worried about
like
Jonesy.
Jonesy, yeah, they were like rumored like,
Yeah.
oh, Jonesy's in Smash Bros, but
If it was
I knew that shit was
Jonesy or anyone
no
from
way.
Fortnite, deadass would just toss the game.
Even
away. That's how you
I
think.
know, we play so
Yeah.
much Fortnite. I knew that wasn't gonna
I
be
knew
real.
Fortnite wasn't gonna get in. Like I never thought that. I was
I
just
knew-
like,
Nah.
and
Yeah.
I was
feel like it doesn't
actually
fit.
no, I don't think it does. Well, I don't know. Kind of.
Fortnite is bigger than
kinda
Smash
cartoony.
Ultimate right now, honestly. So.
Yeah.
Well, the
They-
thing
also-
is though, is that the problem is Fortnite is like an online multiplayer base where it's like, I feel like it's based, like I feel like if it dies down in popularity, like it's just dead, and it's not, it doesn't have. Let's say everyone stops playing Fortnite. There's
Yeah.
nothing left behind. There will be nothing left. There will be nothing left. Like, let's say there's no players left, but you decide to boot up the game. There's nothing you can do. You can't
Yeah, right.
play it.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
you can't
You
play
can
it.
make Kratos.
So
dance.
why is but
Yeah,
like
it'll leave a
Sephiroth,
legacy.
like Sephiroth is in the game, right? But like that makes sense. The game is a legacy. Like that game is
Yeah,
an icon.
Yeah.
You know, like
And not only is the game Sephiroth is known is like one of the greatest villains of all time. Like if not the like
one of the hardest bosses.
Like, when people are like, "Oh, just another anime sword fighter." No, folks.
No.
This is the anime sword fighter.
like imagine if Nintendo did it that way, where they got like the popular titles, like imagine they hopped on it and put Fall Guys in it.
Or Among Us.
Look how that died so quick.
They're not like that. Nintendo's not the type to just jump on the trend. Like Nintendo's got a little more class.
They got plans. They have
like,
secret stuff.
okay. And I think you can see that through Minecraft. Like Minecraft was its only inclusion, and that game is the biggest game of all time.
Yeah,
and
like Fortnite is pretty low with that kind of stuff. Like Fortnite
was popular for a season.
Fortnite will just go for the most popular like bait, like like Mandalorian now. I mean, I guess it's a partnership both ways because it's advertising Mandalorian and that kind of stuff, and
Same
like
with Master
Marvel,
Chief,
whatever. It goes both ways because Fortnite base is like Fortnite is broken through to the mainstream. Like it's a household name pretty much at this point. Like parents are fucking playing Fortnite, you know?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And so like, no, I don't know. I in terms of Fortnite though, like I feel like, you know, as opposed to Nintendo, I don't think, you know, I think Fortnite, I think, you know, people partner with Fortnite to get, you know, popular, to get more eyes on whatever their product is, like their movie.
Yeah, it's like it's a brand push almost.
It's definitely a brand. It's so in terms of Nintendo, it's not like you know the other thing is looking for like popularity. It's not like a I mean, I guess it is like kind of like a, you know, deal, like a partnership to like share a video game character with Nintendo, like, you know, like Steve from Minecraft or whatever. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I think, yeah, when I think of Nintendo, I would never be like, oh, you know, some Nintendo reps looking up like, oh, like, what is the most popular game right now? Like, Among Us? Like, let's just toss it. Like, that's a Fortnite move in my eye. Like, but maybe Epic Games, you know. Apple, they actually took them off the App Store. Like that was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know how many little kids are playing Fortnite on their iPad, bro? That whole demographic is just cut out now of Fortnite. Maybe there's, no more Cheeto finger iPad crust sweating on
you. Dude,
duos.
I'm trying to think on what we can move into our next topic, but there's actually so much going on in the gaming community. It's ridiculous. There's like,
it's the holiday special, right?
Hey,
what's happening?
Christmas time.
So I kind of want to talk about today's little Nintendo Direct.
True.
I feel like, and I want to segue into this because Stef can talk on this, but the entire episode was about theme parks last time, and I don't want to delve too deep into this, but they showed off the Mario theme park, and the other night, Stef might get into this. I don't know if you even know, Stef. They announced JoJo World, which is going to be a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure theme park coming.
What? Where?
Yeah, it's a.
Wait, it's a theme park?
Yeah, it's a theme park. JoJo World is a theme park.
How did I not see this?
Related exclusively to the JoJo anime.
Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. They better, you know what? They gotta put their.
Obviously, but like where in Japan? At like Universal Studios or something?
No, it's just going to be its own theme park on its own. There's no brand. I don't think there's any brand affiliation.
That's
to
gonna
it.
be amazing. Holy crap!
Didn't Universal Studios Japan used to have a JoJo ride or like a movie thing, right?
Yeah. There's only a bit of like information on it. I think you can find it through the JoJo portal site. But there's just an image of all the anime protagonists so far, and they're all just sitting in a throne.
Fuck it.
Let's throw it up. I want to throw it up right here, right? And after we're editing, here's the image right here. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah. Oh, add one more reason just to go to Japan, right? It's like the list is growing by the day, dude.
Yeah.
I need to go.
And with that, we got a closer look at Nintendo World with Miyamoto, the father of Mario, as he said multiple times.
It's canon now. He's his father.
If you haven't seen the direct for Nintendo World and you're like on the fence about ever considering going to Japan, let alone for the Nintendo World, this should change your mind. Also,
I don't think that changed it. That didn't change his mind.
His mind was blown.
No, the Nintendo World theme park.
There you go. He's back.
Is insane. It's insane.
It's beautiful.
It really is. Looks awesome.
Like Miyamoto showing it off was just like it was making me so giddy. Like I'm just imagining like I can't wait. I haven't seen it yet. It looks
you need
beautiful.
to watch it. It's
I
awesome.
was smiling all the way.
Just like
I was
seeing
smiling
like
all
small
the way.
little things, like all the gimmicks they have there, like details, like seeing Mario things that you would see in like almost every game in real life. Just like it was nuts. It was so
dude.
cool. There is like I was honestly a little worried that like it would be a little like Universal washed because Universal's a big company and their biggest thing is like Minions. So I'm worried like I don't know there'd be like a Mario Minion plush or something stupid like that.
Oh,
But
no.
honestly, this like
Well, we
just
have Mario
looking at it,
Rabbits, but okay.
this is something that is clearly made by Nintendo. Like the heart of those who make Nintendo stuff is in this theme park, and it's incredible. Like just looking at it makes me so excited. Like
It's gonna be
the
cool.
dream trip is there now. Like that is the dream trip.
Yeah,
And
either
the merch,
California.
the
or
merch
Zelda.
is amazing.
Key to
I think
man
it's Mario
Zelda.
Bros.
No, but deadass. I just want to see them get more than just Mario stuff there before like any of us. Not actually. I'm not gonna speak for you guys because I know you guys like Mario stuff, but I don't. So like, I need before I go, I want them to like do other stuff besides Mario. Because like it's fine, it looks great, but I just want more of a reason
More.
to go.
More Zelda.
I don't think like, truly if you made a Japan trip it would be like a quarter day thing. Like Universal has so much going on, and then the Mario section's like, oh man, I love Mario 64, I love Mario Sunshine, I love Mario Galaxy, I'm going here. And like I don't think it's because it didn't look that big. I think it has 3 rides, I think. 2
At
rides.
least 3 rides.
Oh, the
Yeah.
lines. Oh.
I think
3
it's more
rides,
about the
a restaurant, a
activities
gift
that
shop,
he's
and
talking
many
about,
like
those
interactive
like,
areas.
you can do all over the place. I think that's what's gonna be more like.
And
Like
yeah,
the
like
wristband, and the wristband
Yeah.
just looks fun as fuck, dude. I'm just saying.
I definitely think, and depending on how the park probably does in Japan, we're still getting one in Orlando, Singapore, and it was Hollywood as well. And there's probably going to be more. So
Hollywood.
they'll probably change what they end up doing. And you guys,
We
I
already
don't-
know that they're going to do a Donkey Kong area, so that's already confirmed
exactly.
for
And so we could
Donkey
probably,
Kong.
I feel like we could probably
Cisco,
see
you're
end up
home
seeing more. Like we delved a lot into it last time. Like there was Pikmin stuff and there's Kirby stuff. I just definitely think its focus is Mario because Mario is Nintendo's biggest IP and it's known for Mario. Like everybody knows Mario, everybody knows Mario Kart. That's why the ride is a Mario Kart ride. So I don't truly think we're gonna see a Legend of Zelda ride. As
No,
of right
I don't
now.
want a Zelda ride. I just want to fully explore
of
both
yet.
Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time.
Holy shit! Imagine like a Breath of the Wild ride though. Like, that'd be sick. Like
I want
Or, like,
scenic Breath of the Wild, like crazy visuals.
Oh.
Like even that
okay.
would be cool.
I want like a
If you're gonna
Pokemon
give it
VR
the Breath of the
battle or
Wild
something.
thing, they have to like do something that makes sense.
Truly.
I don't know.
Truly, my ideal.
Yeah.
No, Key, you are going to the water temple.
Yes.
A water temple ride, like like I just love Nintendo.
Just think about it. Think about it. A water theme park in Nintendo World, and it's just the water temple from Ocarina.
Oh my god.
Or
They need something that appeals to more people, because people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, it's like, what is it?
It appeals to everyone. Everybody hates it or
Breath of
loves
the
it.
Wild is like
I
the
love
most
it.
mainstream. Maybe not. Maybe like Ocarina of Time is the most mainstream one, honestly, or Majora's
Ocarina
Mask.
of Time, Majora's Mask, or Twilight Princess definitely are the most mainstream.
and
Yeah, 'cause
Well, bro.
if you go up to a random person on the street, say name one Zelda game, like what are they most likely to say? Like Ocarina of
The
Time.
Legend of Zelda.
Or-
Zelda.
Well,
Oh, I
Ocarina
love
of Time
Zelda.
for a while, honestly, I think.
Yeah.
And I think my ideal like Nintendo theme park would be something that almost like is kind of like Nintendo Land, the Wii U game, where it has bits of every bit of Nintendo's franchise.
Dude, exactly.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that's
it doesn't
right.
have to just be Zelda. It can be anything. It can be like
Yeah.
Metroid Land, Zelda.
That's what we need eventually, though. Like,
Mother.
Land is just a start, but we're trying to get Nintendo Land in terms of like how like the Disney World and Epcot has like 4 different parks. Like imagine a
Yeah.
park for every like big like IP.
That's
You
what we
also
need.
have to think that Nintendo, Super Nintendo World is also a add-on to a Universal park. So
Yeah,
like,
it's
true.
not,
you don't
it's
have
not
like
Yeah.
all of Japan to just make as their playground. So.
Yeah, exactly. That would take so much land. Like I was,
Honestly.
No,
one could dream.
It doesn't even have to be that, dude. Like I don't need massive like areas just
So
for
there'll be a Master Sword in the middle of the park.
Yes,
Some trees.
please. Like they have that at Disney World. They have like the Sword in the Stone. Like
True.
Yeah,
same
they
thing.
do.
I
Yeah,
think
it doesn't need to be that big.
We'll get more stuff like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just the creativity and like the craziness that comes with all the Nintendo IPs. Like there's so much they could do with it. For right now, I mean, you're right. It's looking more Super Mario World than Super Nintendo World, but I mean, they gotta lay the groundwork, like I said. So who knows?
They better
I'm
have a
excited.
whole shop dedicated to just Mr. Saturn Valley.
I didn't want to bring this up, but it's been on my mind for a long time. Considering this collab with Universal Studios and Sora being owned by Disney, seeing Sora in Smash just seems way.
Oh, I never looked at it that way.
But no, if you think about Universal and stuff, they're making that Mario movie. Universal Studios is still.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. They're making so many movies. So like, remember they announced the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but we just got new confirmation on that, which that's.
Yeah, you're also watching the news?
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't seen the news on that, dude.
Five Nights at Freddy's news.
Yes.
There's a Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming.
And it's gonna be good.
amazing.
They're Scott Cawthon's really going all out for this. Aiden, you don't look too pleased by this news.
And I know. Okay, well, I'll hold your hand. We'll go see it together, okay?
I felt like that was like for elementary schoolers or something. Like, isn't like every
It's a fucking video game movie and it's gonna be ass, but I'm gonna go see it anyway.
You know what? Honestly,
really bad.
we can. Video game movies is a whole other topic I want to say for because there's so much you can say about those.
I could talk
Someone should
about
make a video about that. Someone should steal that video idea. You should do it.
Should definitely,
I might
definitely
do it
talk
next year.
about this is like I want to bring this up because the final episode of Mandalorian aired. I don't want to talk anything about the episode because even someone in this call hasn't seen the final episode. But let me just say,
No spoilers.
Mandalorian is a great show. I cannot recommend buying a Disney Plus account for just The Mandalorian unless you're some crazy Disney fan. But with all the announcement for everything coming to Disney Plus and all these Marvel shows, all these
Marvel, Disney.
Holy shit! When Qui-Gon fucking died. Hold on, Jim, bro. When he died, that was so sad.
Rest in peace, Liam Neeson, man.
Man, that was an oldie, crazy. But yeah, well, all these good movies and TV shows. That's crazy. Well, I think we're pretty much out of time at this point. We've great discussion from all of us here in terms of Game Awards. I think we all can agree Last of Us 2 sucks. Get out of here. It doesn't deserve that. Boo. I'm kidding. But
we're all Nintendo fanboys, bro.
At heart, absolutely.
So, gonna be our last episode before the holidays. So if you're listening before any of the holidays, well, actually before Christmas, we should have another one out before New Year's. But
potentially,
we'd like to all wish you a beautiful and happy Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Enjoy your time with your family. Although you probably can't visit your family, you shouldn't be visiting your family. But enjoy the holidays. Take some time. Relax. It's been a stressful year. It's almost over. And I just want to say from the bottom of the N10 heart, thank you guys for supporting us. We've done a lot of big things. We were reminiscing earlier. We were doing a hashtag Matt Nostalgia tweet moment.
Hey,
So,
Matt Nostalgia.
We just want to say thank you for supporting us through this incredible year, this harsh year. You've allowed us to make some great things happen. So thank you guys for always supporting and listening to this. So if you made it this far, pat yourself on the back. Thank you.
Yeah, if you made it this far, comment. What would be funny? Comment. Oh my god, I'm overthinking this. Comment Mewtwo. Comment Mewtwo.
No, comment Mewtwo.
What do you mean? Yeah, Mewtwo.
No, comment Pikmin 3 game of the
No.
Comment if you feel like a purple
Comment
Pikmin.
Mewtwo. Comment Mewtwo. I'll give you a kiss.
All right, bye guys. Catch you guys later.
Bye guys.
See ya.
See it.
Thanks for having me, boys.